day two of Spyware Doctor with AntiVirus. Now, last night I was a little busy and I only had like about an hour and a half to do a review, and the file scanner of Spyware Doctor with AntiVirus is very, very slow on this PC. I am running a virtual machine that shouldn't have that big of an effect, and it is just Windows Vista, and that's it. There's no other programs on here at all. And it must have taken, gosh, I'm guessing like 6 hours altogether to do a full scan of just a plain Vista OS. Not too big of a deal. I mean, if you go to bed and, you just run your full scan, who cares really? So, anyway, it came back with all these results. And when you're looking at Spyware Doctor, it's really easy to see what's really dangerous. You can see right here it says high, and it's got a little yellow bar all the way up to a red, meaning, oh boy, you better get rid of this stuff right now. And really, it's just a registry value. It's not that big of a deal, to me at least. Any executable is always dangerous. An executable would be like an exe, as you can see right there. These are dangerous. These are files that are downloading Trojans if I had turned on my network card, which is off right now. So you can, with Spyware Doctor, you can easily inspect each file just to make sure it's not a false positive or something like that. It's the cool thing about Spyware Doctor, and I will always give it to them, is they just have a massive detection database. It may not be the fastest program at detecting stuff, but man, it can just detect a ton of stuff. It's kind of like A Squared. They have it's another program that has a massive detection database. And here's a whole lot of stuff that you can just tell is just evil. That's a rogue right there. Probably a Trojan downloader. It's bad stuff. So all you have to do with Spyware Doctor with AntiVirus is just, if I were you, I would say go ahead and create a restore point. Just for the heck of it. That restore point should realistically be deleted, but I'll say go ahead and say fix check. And then to give you a warning, it's a legal notice. You can read all that junk. And it's going to go ahead and start processing all these pieces of malware. So I don't know if I explained it last night. I don't even really remember what I was talking about last night. But Spyware Doctor with AntiVirus comes with ThreatFire bundled into it. So forget the antivirus part. The antivirus part pretty much sucks. Sorry, that's just my personal opinion. It's probably the worst antivirus I've ever seen, but who cares? Because they have ThreatFire bundled in this package. ThreatFire is probably one of the best behavioral analysis. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, it's behavioral analysis, but it's like awesome because it does a really great job at detecting lots and lots of real malware and blocking it from affecting your system. So an example would be you download a file and it's not recognized by the Spyware Doctor part. So then ThreatFire kicks in and it says, okay, hey, this file is kind of modifying the system in a weird way. This is not normal, and I think you should really know about this. And it throws up an alert. And typically, from what I've seen by testing ThreatFire, is if it's not normal, it is dangerous. So ThreatFire is bundled into this package. So let's go ahead and look at the results. Infections detected 27, infections removed 27, total items scanned 251,000. It must have went through some archives or something like that. Check this out. Total scan time 20 hours and 44 minutes. That's not right. I think it was around 6 hours or 8 hours or something. So something's wrong with their file scanner, or it doesn't work on a virtual machine. I can't. This is not a real PC. This is a PC running on a virtual machine. My real PC is back here, and then I run VMware down here, just so I can make these reviews quickly. So I'll hit finish. Doesn't even ask you to reboot. It's just terminated. Probably should reboot at the end though, just in case. So if you look at, I'm going to go over a few other things like IntelliGuard. See IntelliGuard button. Behavior Guard is basically just threat fire. Yeah, you can go ahead and manage your exclusions, or you can turn it off. Leave it on. It's probably one of the best things you have to protect your PC against almost anything. Especially if you don't like running a sandbox, or you have a 64-bit OS. Threatfire or any of the behavioral blockers, any of the HIPS products are your best friend. Browser Guard, good stuff here. Protects your favorites, protects you from malicious browser toolbars, add-ons, plugins, and trusted sites. Protects you against zero-day malware and potentially unwanted programs. Cookie Guard, who cares about cookies? Email Guard, I don't really cover that. File Guard, pretty self-explanatory. Protects you against malicious files. Immunization Guard, it's kind of like protects your PC against known threats, lots of them all at once. Network Guard, protects your Windows host file, your LSPs, DNS, Windows Messenger Service, and your network registry settings. A lot of stuff in here. But again, I mean, all this stuff is cool. Like Process Guard, protects your processes, all this stuff. Once your PC is clean, really that guy right there, Behavior Guard, powered by Threatfire. Once this guy is enabled, it's really, really hard to infect your PC. In fact, I've never been able to do it yet. With Threatfire on at the right settings, and I'm hoping they set it to the right settings in here. I can't really see how you can customize it, but man, it's just it'll block a ton of stuff. Never got anything through it. So you can see my past review of Threatfire on a level 3. A lot of people run it at level 4, but I didn't in that review, I don't think. You have Malware Detective. I honestly don't know what that means. I don't know what it does. I've never used it. Under settings, I went through a few of these. You can run an IntelliScan on startup. Slows your startup down a whole bunch, probably like 10 minutes. The things I check whenever I install Spyware Doctor with AntiVirus, I do install this for people actually. Sometimes people want an antivirus like Microsoft Security Essentials, which is free, and then they want a little extra bump and stuff, and I'll put this on for them. I'll just put Spyware Doctor on, and I will enable IntelliGuard to detect potentially unwanted products. Scan to detect potentially unwanted products. IntelliGuard tools to display alerts, and then I just kind of leave everything else normal. Under Advanced, they added a game mode which turns off all those prompts if you're running a game. And then if you run this on a laptop, you can enable power saving mode. The rest of them I haven't really messed with, never needed to, but this is kind of different. Detect master boot record threats. I don't know why. For everybody who has ever had a master boot record virus or rootkit, pop in your Windows disk and just write a new master boot record. It's a piece of cake. And well, enough of that. Scan settings. You can go ahead and take a look at all those. You can play sounds, scan alternate data streams, scan for rootkits, all this stuff. A lot of stuff in here, and I know it's just boring. I don't want to talk about it too much longer. But then anyway, you have a quarantine here, and you can actually see files that have been quarantined. And I have used this a couple times, maybe twice, ever since I've been working on computers in the residential setting, where the PC just wouldn't operate right, and I actually had to restore the malware and get rid of it in a different way to where I could actually use the PC again. That was before I was pretty experienced. It was when I first started. Okay.